I've got this plan. I will do it. There's nothing you can do to stop me. I have stockpiled ammo, and I'm going to make an example. What I do today, no one will forget.
It's motherfucking after dark.
Oh no. Womp, womp, womp,
Look away, look away, look away, Dixieland, 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 Dixieland.
You are now tuning in to the #1 How to Kill Hillary Clinton podcast. All right.
That
I'm
implies
eating-
that there's more than one.
I'm eating off-brand Lay's sour cream and onion chips and dipping it in 3-pepper hummus.
That's gross. That's just and then drinking out of a tin mug. What
The
is that?
combination
What
of
is
those flavors.
that? Artisan root beer.
No water.
Nelson, you look extra red today.
But you guys have me laughing, and this hummus is hot.
You look like a boomer dad on vacation.
Oh,
With your shirt.
Nah, just got back from work.
You'll have to be wearing knee length cargo shorts and Birkenstock sandals, and you'll have it done.
I can't wait for the 5-inch inseam trend to go away and everybody just starts wearing the super long shorts again. This is gonna be so sick.
Fucking Dickie shorts is bringing
I'll
back.
finally
Dickies.
be able to wear all the basketball shorts my dad and grandmother got me for Christmas for the past 8 years. They come down to my ankles.
I'm thinking of the jorts that ended 2 inches above the top of your sneakers.
Oh, like the Jinko jorts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
It was just a straight tube as well. Like there was no body contour to it. It was
Holy
just straight all
shit.
the way down.
Jinkos were so cool, but it just made me so anxious that everybody was just walking on the back of their pants. 'Cause I can just think of it and remember that feeling of wet jean against your ankle.
Oh, I hate it. Oh,
Okay, so here's my millennial moment trying to be slightly not a millennial. So I bought a pair of wide-ish leg leggings, and that hasn't been a thing since I was a teenager. So I bought them and I didn't wear them for a while. I finally wore them out a couple weeks ago, and I was so upset that they kept hitting the back of my sneakers. And this is why we did the skinny leg stuff, so that you wouldn't wear a hole in the back of everything you wear.
Yeah, I remember when they would finally rip and you just have 2 pieces of jean hanging back. I'd try to tie them together.
Jean fangs in the back.
Yeah.
This is why skinny legs happened. I'm just saying. The current generation, they'll find it
I
out.
remember before it was hard, before it wasn't a common thing to find male pants that were tighter. Going to the Goodwill and stuff and buying the girl pants and then peeling the rhinestones off the back.
One of my best friends from my high school days used to steal his sister's jeans and wear them to school.
The bedazzled crosses on the back.
No, so
Oh
he
my God.
wore I guess she bought some fairly dark wash ones, but he would accessorize them with crossed white belts that had the grommets all the way through the belt.
Yeah.
I
The
had
double
one- I had
double
one of those.
belt days.
I didn't double belt. I had the stud belt. I didn't double
See,
belt.
I had double studded belts one time, a black and then a white one.
Oh my god!
Oh, that was a time. Should have been there, Mark.
I used to go
Should
out in
have been
public.
there.
I
No,
used to
the
go out in
bad
public
thing is that
wearing
I was
Asking
there with
Alexander
my
shirts.
friends when it was over. With the black and white checkered studs on the belt.
I probably got rid of my last pair of skinny jeans probably about 6 years ago. And then I remember buying my first pair of normal pants. Just a sigh and yeah, I guess it's done. Done.
I still have skinny jeans, but I say that because I live in a cold climate where you are tucking the bottom of your jeans into boots a lot. And trying to do that with anything less than a skinny jean is not going to end well. So yes, I still have some.
You remember trip pants?
Yes.
The-
Yes,
the-
I have
those
a
were-
story
those were
about them.
wild. with
The
all
ones
the
with
chains and shit.
Yeah,
Oh
with,
my
like,
god, yes.
It looked
So-
like something from Hellraiser.
I had a
Holy
group of
shit.
friends that lived further up into my neighborhood,
my
and
God.
one of them's family was moving in that day. And we had helped, like, all of us. So we were like 14 or 15 years old. We were all helping them move in. And towards the end of the day, my friend's parents were like, just get the kids fucking out of here, get out of our hair so that we can finish unpacking like normal people. So all of us teenagers went for a walk in the park that was adjoining that neighborhood. And there was a back entrance to the park that we didn't know if it closed late in the day because the front entrance was always open. You'd have to walk like 2 miles around the park to get to the front entrance. So we went through the back entrance, did what we were going to do, decided to come back through the back entrance, and they had locked it. So my friends decided, oh, it's a chain link fence. We'll just jump the fence. 2 people go over the chain link fence. My friend Betsy was wearing those trip jeans,
No.
and she climbed up over the top of the fence and went to jump off the top, and it just grabbed those like suspenders on the back, and she was just hanging there. And I was already on the other side of the fence, so I had to crawl up the fence again onto the other side and unhook her ass and kind of throw her off
Oh
the
my
fence.
god.
left her there.
She got grafted
Teach her a
to it
lesson.
and became one with the fence.
She's like
Today, she's
crucified on
still
the
there.
fence. Just like the
This
last
is what happens when you're gothic.
The other thing was is that my friend, so there's one guy that lived in the neighborhood, and my friend's boyfriend was there, and the guy that lived in the neighborhood had one of those electric scooters like way before anybody else did, and it was too heavy to hoist over the fence, so they decided to ride the electric scooter all the way the 2 miles around the outside of the park to come find us at the other side. By the time I had gotten Betsy unhooked from the fence, the 2 of them that were riding the electric scooter had made it all the way around the park and met us at the other side. We could have just walked instead of me having to throw somebody off the top of the fence.
Like Kai just pictures like lifting this person up and just like literally throwing them over the fence.
No, she was in a space where she couldn't get any traction on anything.
She's just dangling there.
Really, she was like, she wasn't like high enough to get her arms up on the top of the fence to kind of lift herself up. So I had to tell her, like, hook your feet into the chain link of the fence and try to hold your weight up as much as you can while I yank these suspenders over the top. And when I did that, like, you have to be ready to go, because if they get caught again, we're all going. We're all gonna fall over this fence. So once I got them unhooked, I had to like push her off the top of the fence.
You didn't have like I picture you of all people like whipping out like a buck knife and just cutting the fucking things off. She just falls down. Fuck this.
I didn't start carrying large knives until I was out of school. Okay. No, that was 15 years old. That still would have probably just been the Swiss Army knife that I kept on my keys.
Yeah, those pants were not tactically made. They're made for standing outside of Auntie Anne's in the mall.
The way that people would bully goths is just like stepping on the suspenders or like pulling on them and everything.
My parents would never let me get a pair.
Yeah,
Never.
I got the red skinny jeans, and that was it.
I didn't get skinny jeans until college.
Until you wrote the award-winning song "Backpack Full of Bitches."
Backpack full of bitches. It ended up getting changed to Backpack Full of Wizards because Kendall at one of the show, he was throwing down and he got in a fight with this kid. And this kid's like, you dance like a fucking wizard. And Kendall beat the shit out of this dude.
Yeah,
So
you don't know. You don't want to know what it was called before "Backpack Full of Bitches."
With a
Just
guy
leave it
wearing
there.
skinny jeans in the band, could have been anything.
Could have been anything.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Boy, like the music back then was so just like looking back at it now.
I used to walk, yeah, oh my God. I used to walk around in 2009 with a fucking Asking Alexander shirt on. Oh, man.
Red flag.
Oh, yeah, big red
I
flag.
had a Whitechapel shirt that literally just on the front it just said "fucked" and "left for dead," and I would just wear that around like it was.
The Asking Alexander shirt said "you stupid fucking whore" on it. It's like looking back, I'm like, oh my God. I was Andrew Tate's target demographic.
Ronnie Radke tattoos or something.
Ugh.
Oh shit.
Warp Tour.
Warped Tour 2010, I went to in Atlanta, and that was fun.
I never went to Warped Tour.
It was in the parking lot of the amphitheater or whatnot, and they had the amphitheater like was cut into like in two different stages. So they had that, but like it was funny watching Scene Kids just like drop from fucking dehydration because it's on a blacktop and it's just so fucking hot in Atlanta.
Original Monsters, the only thing they've had for 3 days.
Oh, and then how about like the ATMs had like a $10 fee, and then the fucking they were charging like $5 for water and like $6 for Gatorade. So basically, we just like bought one Gatorade, chugged it, and then we would take our empty bottles and go to the bathroom. And then everyone caught on the line just to get to the sink, not to use the bath, just for the sinks themselves. Were fucking long as shit to fucking fill up your water bottle. And then the vendors started charging people like $1 to like dip their t-shirts in like the melted ice to cool off. It's some weird shit. And then it started raining. Then it started pouring down rain, and that was fun because we were
you could get free drinks there, but I'm pretty sure they were spiked.
and then
the Blood on the Dance Floor trailer.
Yeah.
Any pop punk band circa 2010's trailer.
I'm trying to remember some
I
more.
took a free water from Broken Side, and then I woke up in Skyrim. Like the beginning of Skyrim.
You're finally awake.
You actually took an arrow to the knee. Like it's actually still sticking out of your knee.
Holy shit. I haven't heard the arrow to the knee joke in forever. That's a good one, Kai. But then they were like, it started raining, people get cardboard and were sliding down this hill, then the cops made them stop. And then Attack set got cut, and everyone was pissed because they just put out the new album and everyone wanted to hear it. And so Never Shout Never was playing, and we just booed Never Shout Never off the stage and like threw
Pulled
shit
him
at
off
him.
the stage, threw his ukulele, and ripped him to pieces.
Like rabid dogs.
And everyone like 4 Years Strong was playing next. Everyone just started chanting 4 Years Strong during his set and like throwing shit on the stage, just booing him off the stage. And he's like, "Come on, guys, I like 4 Years Strong too, but blah blah blah." It was like, "Boo, you fucking
Shut
suck.
up, nerd!
Shut up, nerd. We don't want to hear the song about you losing your virginity in the back of a Honda. Go fuck yourself."
Yeah, that was the playlist of every guy who tried to like pity their way into getting laid.
And then he walked off the stage, and then 4 Years Strong played, and they did really good. And then Bring Me the Horizon, I think, ended it. It was pretty cool.
I think that large music festivals are white people wanting to feel oppressed. Like,
yeah.
You can't eat, you can't drink, you're fucking passing out.
Like the closest thing we'll ever get to being a refugee.
You're kept in this fucking asphalt and chain link cage.
Yeah. Having to listen to music that didn't age well.
Oh, I love Freedom Town Fest.
I'm sorry to realize that I abandoned pop punk, I think like 5 years before y'all did.
Abandoned.
Like,
I still listen to it.
I never did the pop punk thing.
Tyler was straight up hardcore and beat down.
I can feel that. Like I don't even have to like be in the same room. I can feel that.
Tyler was crowd killing and hate moshing well past its prime.
Like I was in the post Nimrod Green Day days before American Idiot Green Day days.
I had a burned copy of American Idiot on a pink CD, and it didn't say Green Day on it. I thought it was Sum 41 for the longest time. And then I was like, oh, it's Green Day. And then there was a scratch on it, so Holiday would skip and never flow into Boulevard of Broken Dreams. So I didn't get to hear the ending to Holiday for like a long time.
Just the part where he says the F slur.
Yeah, exactly.
Over and over.
Yeah. That was track 3. It was just that on repeat over and over and over again. And if you played it backwards, it said "fuck Mark."
Well, so that person that I had to throw off the top of a chain link fence was also the same person that stole my System of a Down CD.
No, so, which one? Do you remember which system? I just
steal this album.
Okay.
That one?
I honest to God, I don't even know like the name. Like, it was Mesmerized, right? Steal This Album.
It was the one that it looked like a burn CD.
Yeah, Steal This Album. Yeah. Burn up mushroom people.
I don't think I was ever smart enough for that band. Still don't think I am.
Well, this
Tyler,
is
do you
these
like
are
you?
my
According to your background, you like Huey Lewis in the News, right?
Love Huey Lewis in the News. You should come over.
I don't know.
and take my CDs, Nelson.
Their new stuff's a little bit too for me.
Yeah, what's the line, Nelson? Go
I don't
ahead.
know, Mark. It's your favorite
Yeah,
movie. You
yeah.
basically modeled your whole personality of Patrick Bateman, right?
I don't know. I get the little mental breakdown about something not being perfect. I'm just mentally ill. So
I just like the part where the ATM talks to him. I think that's just so wild.
I like the part where he smashes Paul Allen's head with an axe.
Yeah, I would love to do that to Jared Leto in real
Oh
life.
my god, I know, right? Wait, is that Jared Leto?
Yes. Yeah,
Oh shit,
Paul
I
Allen's-
thought Paul Allen was Jared Leto. And then my favorite scene is it's just not possible. Why not, you stupid bastard? Oh,
I remember being like younger and like really liking Fight Club. Like, I mean, every young angsty white guy does.
yeah.
And then like finding out about 30 Seconds to Mars, I'm just like, oh god, this is terrible. This is awful.
Sometimes
Like
I think,
that guy's put out red flags his whole career.
yeah, Jared Leto's a total massive piece of shit. Holy shit.
Have you seen his cult on his island?
What?
Yeah, so people that I don't know if this is still running, but I have seen the coverage of it, is that him and his band own an island. I'm not sure where. And there was a time, at least in the past, where if you were a massive fan, you could get tickets to go to the island for like this yearly retreat with Jared Leto. I don't know if the rest of the band was there, and you had to wear all white, and it was like one of those like kind of weird new age crunchy kind of things where you wake up and eat yogurt and do yoga and sunrise and all that kind of stuff. And it's just an island with him making weird sexual overtures to a bunch of his fans on his private island, everybody wearing white.
Yeah.
Okay,
I think the name is Littler St. James.
Mini St. James. All right.
Yeah.
We need to do all of that minus the weird sexual overtures, right? But make it a cult for Mark.
I'm not getting up at sunrise even for Mark. I did that.
I don't even
once.
get up at sunrise.
No, we're not
did
getting
that-
up at sunrise. We're not
I
getting
did
up at
that
good
sunrise.
once
thing.
when they were
You're-
having surgery.
We're
After
getting
that,
up-
no.
You're getting up at noon and you're staying up to midnight, right? But you have to like harvest, you have to go scavenge for bones and bring the best bone to Mark, and Mark has to approve of the bone.
Like a bone throne.
Yeah, bone.
Name a good thing that happens on any island.
Right. Someone with a lot of money and
Gilligan's
power gets
Island.
They were
Gilligan's
stranded.
Island was fun.
They were stranded.
Ah, true. You're right.
King Kong, Skull Island. No. Little St. James. What's that movie? Cannibal Holocaust. I'm pretty sure that's on an island. That
Japan.
I mean, yeah, they did some rough stuff.
Damn it, you're right. I would say the
And then we also did some rough stuff.
I would say the UK. Yeah, I know, right? I would say the UK, but then there's a lot of rough shit that happened there
Like
too.
we were in World War II. Us and Japan were and Germany. We're just trying to see who could outdo each other on like, oh, what's the worst thing we could possibly do?
Let's melt some people.
Yeah, let's make alligator people. Let's make that a thing.
Oh man. Uh,
I really want to get into the Godzilla movies, but I don't know where to start. And I don't feel like I'd get it.
It depends. Do you want like a goofy, like a very funny goofy?
Do you want
I love B
vintage Goofy or modernish Goofy?
I like the
Probably
Godzilla.
vintage.
What was it with not Nathan Lane, Matthew Broderick. I like the
I want that so bad.
Oh, that's awful, Nelson.
I like
That's
that. I
awful.
like that
That's
Godzilla.
awful.
I like
That
that
is
Godzilla.
terrible.
I like the fucking Matthew Broderick Godzilla.
You were the average Matthew Broderick enjoyer.
until he killed two people in 1999 in Northern Ireland.
No, I would start with like the 60s and 70s when they're like goofy and it's obviously people in suits wrestling. Just it. That'd be
Nice.
good. I think it's like the Showa era is what they call it, something like that.
Because I like
Sometimes with
Mystery
nerd
Science
shit.
Theater, so I like stuff that's like a little goofy and doesn't look.
Get far enough in until there's the sexual tension between Godzilla and Mothra.
It'd be like that sometimes.
Yeah. I'd pay to see that.
Yeah.
How's that work?
It probably exists. If you look hard enough, it probably exists.
Anyway,
I want to say there's some Mystery Science theaters that are actually just Godzilla movies, like where they.
I think so. But they're hard to kind of locate because I think Netflix only has mostly the new ones on there.
I've been playing Elden Ring.
wait, didn't
We're
fucking
playing Skyrim.
didn't
We're
I made
fucking
voting
Osama bin Laden. My
what?
character's Osama bin Laden.
Oh my god!
The CIA sent me into the land betweens. I think after I'm done with that, I'm gonna do a Shrek playthrough.
It was Rick's birthday. We sat down and watched all 3 of the Hobbit movies.
I'm sorry.
Why?
There's 3 of them?
Yeah,
Yeah.
'cause
Oh.
Rick likes Lord of the Rings, and we watched the Hobbit movies.
If he likes Lord of the Rings, why did you watch the Hobbit movies?
I don't know. I think he
Why
read
not
all
watch
the, I
Lord of
think he
the
read all the
Rings?
books, and he was just like, "That's what's different from this to this," and I was just like, "Cool, man." I wasn't paying attention half the time. I was waiting for the orcs to show up in the battle scenes because I'm that white guy.
I have a very, very vivid memory of when I think the second Hobbit movie came out. It was literally so my grandmother was sick. My mom and I took her to her doctor's office where we received her diagnosis of having like stage 4 lung cancer. And like literally from there to us going to a Denny's and ordering something to eat because nobody had eaten yet. And we're just kind of sitting there dealing with this like thing that we just learned. And on the menu was the Hobbit breakfast, which is basically a Denny's Grand Slam, but with a British style sausage. It was like a Hobbit sausage on it. And like looking at that and going like, what the, I just got a diagnosis that my grandmother's going to die. And I'm looking at this fucking sausage on the Denny's menu. It's like one of those moments like that is never gonna leave my mind.
Welcome to America.
Yeah.
I'll
Here's
have one
an
Hobbit
ad.
sausage, please.
My favorite part about the Hobbit movie was that one Hobbit just like throws some like 1 or 2 cheesy pickup lines at that elf and she falls in love with him. It's like this is the most unrealistic thing about this movie.
That wasn't supposed to be in it.
I know that's what they say. Yeah, that's what Rick and Bill said. Yeah.
Evangeline Lilly said that she didn't want to be in a movie that had like a love triangle or something in it. And so they're like, no, we're not going to do that. And then they call her back in specifically to shoot the romance scenes. Nobody wanted.
About that. Yeah. Oh my god, it was so corny too. The dude drops like the cheesiest pickup lines, and she just falls in love with him. Like I said, it's the most unrealistic thing about the movie.
Yeah, the unrealistic stuff like that is the reason we have incels now.
Exactly.
Like that and romantic comedies.
Thank you.
Like My Brother in Christ, I won't have them for you because you don't bathe.
You're not Paul Rudd.
Not Paul Rudd.
Paul Rudd takes showers.
Romantic comedies have done more to destroy the young male psyche than probably anything.
Yeah, it's like
we used to go to war.
It's worse than like Andrew Tate and
yeah.
And
well,
Jordan Peterson
romantic comedies. The romantic comedy to like incel Jordan Peterson, Andrew Tate pipeline has to be a thing.
I just don't like see how people hear Andrew Tate's accent and just take anything he says serious.
My Bugatti.
It's like he's stuck somewhere between like American and British.
I hate it. I'll get sucked into like on through YouTube shorts and I'll just be like, it's like Tristan or Andrew. And they have the weirdest fucking accent. It's just like American, like Midwest American into British back into American. It's just like, I get that you lived in both places, but like pick a fucking accent. And I do have to say, I want to say this on the podcast that I did turn one of my pupils away from Andrew Tate today. I was happy. I did a good thing. I'm proud of myself. I know y'all are not proud of me, but I'm proud of myself.
I said so in the fucking chat. Don't give me that shit.
I just don't like. He doesn't even make jokes. Like he doesn't even tell jokes. Like everything's just so serious and just cringy. And
it's just like I told the kid, I was like, if you listen to Andrew Tate's advice, you're gonna get slapped across the face.
If you're living in Romania but not born there, there's obviously some very devious reason you're living in Romania. No offense to we even have anybody listening in Romania.
If you're
But if you
an
move there, if you're like an expat in Romania,
there's other countries around Romania.
in
There are people that
Romania.
live in other countries around Romania.
In
I'm
Romania.
pretty sure it's an island. Made out of stone.
There you go. It's the bad shit happens there.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Add it to the
I
list.
totally forgot.
It's like you're
Add
living
to the
over there.
list.
Who the fuck do you think you are, Dracula? Get out of there.
But I got
What are you, a
sucked
vampire?
into like watching some of like the Jordan Peterson and like Andrew Tate clips. I was like, all right, so what the fuck is the appeal to these guys? And it was like they do
Nelson
these.
got red pilled on accident.
It was like out. They'll say like one little blurb. It's like, all right, but like then they'll just go off on some fucking tirade. And it's like how conspiracy theories, like these right wing conspiracy theories, be like, well, did you know that? What was that one recently with the vaccines? It was like, oh, did you know that Carnegie?
Go ahead, read the email.
Oh no,
Read the
this is
email.
different. This is one my dad sent me. It was a TikTok my dad sent me one time, and it was like this old white lady was like, the Carnegie Foundation and the Rockefellers practice eugenics and blah 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 blah. I was like, okay, yes, this is true. They were eugenicists, right? They funded eugenics programs, and then it went on something about how like the vaccine was really the Spanish influenza was actually caused by a vaccine that they were going to give you. They gave U.S. troops in this one base in the Midwest, and I was like, all right, you guys are fucking nuts. But it was like Andrew Tate and like Jordan Peterson will say something like, I'll do Jordan Peterson. Well, there's a segment of young men that just they can't get dates, and they don't have any confidence, and they need blah 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 blah. And it's just like, and then Andrew Tate will be like, they'll say like the same thing. And it's like women don't want to date you, blah 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 blah. But then they'll blame like, oh, it's cultural Marxism, it's feminism, it's the sissification or whatever of men, all this other bullshit. And it's like, no, it's like what Tyler said, my brother in Christ, take a fucking shower. Take a shower.
But it's just like, why are like
Get some decent clothes. Read a book other than a manga or whatever the fuck that shit is, and fucking and go to therapy.
I believe the word you're looking for is mango.
Whatever, yeah, mango.
But like
possibly go to the gym.
Most
do
of the
something.
guys who bring up sissification are always like the most malnourished looking men I've ever seen.
Very mousy looking.
Very mousy. And the funny thing is that like I also have come across these like reject modernity and embrace masculinity or embrace tradition. I really want to make a parody one where it's like reject modernity, but like the embrace tradition. Like they do the meme, and it's just like two Spartan soldiers just fucking each other.
Yeah, and start drinking raw milk. Just don't even introduce it into your diet. Just cut regular milk out completely and just start doing it.
Like,
and see what happens.
I will say this. I will.
Fucking Leonidas is chugging raw milk and just fucking the shit out of one of his bros. It's
I did have
embrace
access
tradition.
to raw milk for like 2 years.
Oh my
and
God.
it's pretty fucking delicious. I will say that. I do enjoy it.
But it will kill you. It is
maybe some people. It didn't kill me.
I think it killed
I'm not saying
Abraham Lincoln's
everybody
mom. I'm thinking.
Well, yeah, she's probably an idiot. Shoot.
There's just like all those like reject modernity and embrace masculinity like always devolve, as we all know, into like homophobia and transphobia. But I'm just like, I'm pretty sure like the Sacred Band of Thieves would like, have something to say about this as they lop your fucking head off. Like, oh my God. I love
the only thing I agree with like embracing tradition is like peeing outside. Like getting behind a tree and just pissing is
I've never known a man to not do that whenever they have the chance.
I would do that when I lived in Montgomery, and people would look at me like I was crazy.
Oh my God.
I've seen several women do that in Ireland.
Well, the Irish, there you go.
Yeah, they're Irish. They're Irish.
Irish. They're not people. That's why.
My husband and I were driving from Belfast to Dublin, and we got stuck in football traffic. Massive backups on the motorway, and there was this like party bus in front of us, apparently full of people going to the football match, and there's like a bunch of men, like 10 of them, all came off the bus at once, and they all went on the side of the road that had all the trees. like away from traffic. They all went over there, all pissed in the trees. And then like 2 minutes later, we see two women hop off the bus, and they decided not to follow where the men were up in the trees. But the only place that meant they could go was in the median of the motorway.
Good for them.
And just copped a fucking squat while the other one held a cardigan in front of her.
That's true.
Reject
like
modernity.
Sisterhood.
Embrace
Exactly.
Solidarity.
All of that like masculine bullshit. No, you have nothing on these two women.
Hell yeah.
I gotta go over here and hide when I do it. And then they're just like, I got you.
I remember when I first moved to Cloverdale, I got in trouble with my landlord for shooting squirrels with a BB gun. I didn't understand it. I'm like, what is it? Who cares? There's thousands of them.
They're a pest.
It's like I wasn't killing them and just leaving them there. I ate them.
Thank God.
They're
At
not
least
pests. They
there's
live
that.
there, Nelson.
Whatever.
I mean, it's like what? You go out and you find wild berries, you don't eat them? Like,
Oh
sorry.
my God.
Sorry, if I have a weapon and there's an animal I can eat and I'm hungry, hey, I'm
That's
rejecting
another one.
modernity.
Another tradition. Go out there and fist fight
Yeah.
the bear and see who
Yeah.
wins.
Let's go,
Yeah.
Bear. Is it illegal to piss in public in the UK?
Probably, yeah.
Because you get
I know it is in town centers. I'm sure that like if a cop caught you like out in the countryside on the side of the road, they'd be like, "Come on, man."
they'll
but-
fucking charge you with a fucking crime here, and you'll be a registered sex offender if you get caught pissing
Yeah.
in public.
There was an urban legend going around. It might have been a real law at some point, but there was apparently this urban legend of this law that in the old days when the police here wore the big tall helmets, that if you're a pregnant woman, you could ask the cop for his helmet to pee in public. And like that urban legend.
That was one cop going around with a fetish.
That urban legend was still circulating when I first moved here.
Ty, you
in
should totally
2008.
do that. You should
I'm not
totally.
fucking pregnant.
I know, just fake it. They don't fucking know.
Oh yeah,
What are they gonna
she's
do,
fat.
test you
She's
on the
obviously
spot?
Well, they're
pregnant.
gonna test you
Yeah.
on this. I was like, well, before you pissing me hot there, love, you need to pee on this here pregnancy test.
Nelson, I need you to understand that you're telling a fat woman to pretend that she's pregnant.
Yeah.
As that has not happened to me several times in public.
Why we gotta make this dark?
Nelson, you gotta-
I think
you
it'd
gotta
be-
Why do I gotta
Go
make
there.
this real?
Why
Why do I gotta make this about
why
my
gotta-
actual lived fucking
why we gotta
experience?
why we gotta be dark? You're gonna piss in a cop's
After
hat.
you do like 20 minutes of Jordan Peterson bullshit, I say one thing about what my life is actually
I
like.
was talking about how shitty Jordan Peterson and Andrew Tate are, and how stupid they are.
They're kind of up in your algorithm, man.
Yeah.
Because I watch. No, that's another thing. I'll watch a thing on TikTok on like weightlifting form, and the next thing you know, the algorithm's like, you must be red pilled. It's
That's
like
that's not the case. No,
I have a question for you, Nelson.
no, that's not how the algorithm works.
that is
I know.
exactly how it works.
No, because all my recommended videos are either weightlifting, Elden Ring, or Come Down. That's literally. I watch a lot of weightlifting.
I'm
videos.
pretty sure
The holy trifecta.
weightlifting and come town is soon enough. You'll be popping up with Joe Rogan and fucking Jordan Peterson and Andrew Tate.
Try watching
that-
some women weightlifters and see if it'll go away.
It goes to that one lady who's like the woman version of Andrew Tate. I forgot her name.
Is she in the room with us right now? Or
Fuck you, Mark.
You know, Andrea Tate.
yeah,
It's Andrew Tate with a wig.
Tatina.
Oh my god, what is that woman's name? Woman Andrew Tate.
Is it Marjorie Taylor Greene?
Ann Coulter.
Oh my god.
No, I would feel like the antithesis of Andrew Tate would probably have to be Lena Dunham.
I haven't heard that name in a while.
The opposite end of the spectrum. And before people think I'm talking about autism, no, that wasn't autism joke. That's a different, I'm talking about a different spectrum.
I can't find her name, but she comes up in like the whole like in it, like just regurgitating the same shit that like Tate and Jordan Peterson say.
Yeah, I believe you.
Sure. Blame it on women.
Yeah, this one chick.
Yeah. This one dumb bitch.
Oh my god.
Hey, you were thinking it. I just said it.
Anyway, I've been watching The Last of Us. It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
I've been watching anime. I feel like I'm going through an anime phase.
I've been watching He-Man.
The Netflix one?
Pretty good.
Yeah, I watched the first part. That shit was pretty tight. Shut up, Nelson.
You know, He-Man, the cartoon?
Yeah, they
Masters of the
like
Universe.
they made like a new age one that's pretty good.
Yeah, Kevin Smith is doing it.
With
That
the
guy.
that's beautiful.
So what's some stuff that's been happening recently?
Too much depressing shit in the news.
I don't pay attention to politics anymore at all. Like at all.
Been a bad week.
It has been a very bad week.
Like I don't know anything until you guys tell me. And it's nice. Like I get to get all my misery at one point.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're probably happier.
And then when I get off the podcast, I completely delete it. And just think about, hey, what show am I gonna watch next? It's just it's the happiest way to live.
Just microdosing it.
This is
Yeah.
microdosing bad news. Oh man.
Probably the lightest in the bad news is Ron DeSantis is preparing for his 2024 White House bid. Trump has already hit the campaign trail.
He called him something.
DeSantis' moves even spurred Trump into attacking him directly, as the former U.S. president held relatively low-key events over the weekend in the key voting states of New Hampshire and South Carolina. Quote, Ron would not have been governor if it wasn't for me. When I hear he might run, I consider that very disloyal, Trump said, before seeking to attack DeSantis' actions over fighting the COVID-19 pandemic.
Nobody's beating Trump. Nobody on either side.
He called Kai, is it in the art? He called like Ron DeSantis some like name that was like really long. It was like Ron DeSantis spontaneous. I forgot what he said.
Ron Hussein DeSantis.
Looking for quotes. I don't see any like name calling in here.
Ron.
He's got to keep it short. Sleepy Joe was too good.
Sleepy Joe. Ron Hussein DeSantis.
Like there's like Joe Biden just he should go ahead and just take the eternal slumber because there's no way. But I'm gonna go ahead and call it right now. I am not voting this year or whenever it is. What year is it? It's 2023. I'm not voting next year.
One of them damn elections. Oh wait, hold on. He called.
They got me twice in a row.
God, he called him. He called him Ron DeSantis. I don't even know how you pronounce this. Hold on, I'm gonna drop it in the chat.
Yeah, because the fans are gonna love that.
Y'all know I don't know how to read.
Let's see. Last thing from you in the chat is join Zoom meeting. HTTPS. Straight face.
Not that chat.
Mouse. US02 web.zoom.us/J/ I'm not gonna read the whole thing. Just say it, Nelson.
That's what he called him.
Ron DeSanctimonious.
I could have pronounced
big
that.
One. That's a big one for old Donald, isn't it?
Thank you, Kai.
What is sanctimonious about Ron DeSantis except that it sounds vaguely like his name?
It was too big of a word for me, but apparently Donald Trump, Raylan Adderall could get it right. Kai, don't give me that look.
More like Ron DeSatanist.
Oh man.
Yeah, nobody's beating Trump, so it's just
Now, do you think that Biden can beat Trump in a rematch?
no. No.
Do you think that Biden's
Joe
going to run
Biden needs
again?
to worry. He needs to worry about beating dementia.
I don't know. God.
I feel like he's gonna get a mice and mend.
Come on, it's just gonna be like,
Yeah.
look out Lake Joe. Look out Lake Joe. Kai, what do we got in this week of great news stories that has been nothing but rainbow and sunshine?
I want this one so that you can read that email and then Mark can lose their fucking mind because Biden will announce end of national and public health COVID emergencies in May. So
sure he will.
So go on, Nelson.
Went away.
Okay. So, one deranged new fan of ours not only emailed once but twice. Said deranged fan, "Hey Dixieland, I am a new listener and was recommended your podcast by a comrade of mine on Twitter via a group chat. I started on episode 83 and was hooked. I finished the holiday episode and have some things I would like to say. In regards to the COVID-19 tangent, I wish people, just in general, would stop calling what we have vaccines. There is currently no vaccine for COVID, and the boosters we do have are questionable at best. And I'm being generous here, but I personally would recommend people not get the booster/shot for COVID-19 if they aren't elderly and or have commodities. There are
they say commodities, but meant comorbid. Wow. I just shut up.
Actually, you know what? Actually, I think you did say comorbidities. And I said commodities.
I got apple pie in my mouth. I can't help it.
There are too many. My brain is shot. There are too many unknowns with the experimental treatment that we have been told to trust. I should stray. Here we go. This is the best part. Even though all this sounds exactly what my Trump supporting reactionary fascist dad says, this deranged fan wants to say, I should stress that I am not a right winger or anything like that. I just have learned quite a few things, as many others have, about the quote unquote vaccines and COVID as a whole. And overall, just feel uneasy about everything. Anyway, I included some material for you to look over, watch, listen, and or read if you feel so inclined on the subject. Also, then he got my fucking joke that I made about Kennedy and the CIA completely wrong. Oh, P.S. I have a lot more content and such I could share. I am okay. This is an actual typo. I am unfact working on a Google document with a wide variety of sources, tools, etc. As of sending this, however, it still isn't done. It is a pet project, and it is a pet project that I have had for years, but decided to rebuild it from scratch. It's taking longer than I expected to rebuild. This is all in like, they can't see, but this is all in like that size email font.
Yeah, buddy, go take a shower and go outside, son.
Unfact is the perfect word for it because none of that's true.
When I do finish it, would you be willing to look at it? Absolutely not. The COVID stuff I sent you is just a small section of it. A lot more of it, although it isn't fancy. Doing the best I can on the thing since I myself have issues of my own. You got a lot of fucking issues, buddy. And
put the ketamine down.
And I'm not very well spoken. There's no way in hell I'd ever be able to contribute to a discussion panel, etc. Yeah, I can fucking tell. You get laughed out of the fucking room.
They're saying that as though we're gonna ask them on.
Yeah, I know, right? Yo, holy shit, God, I didn't even think about that. Fuck. You're the brains of this operation.
It's probably a Fed.
Oh my God, holy shit. God damn. And hold my own.
End of the email. I'm a pink-haired country singer.
I had to fucking block him again last week. Oh my fucking God. How many accounts does he have?
Just wait. And hold my own. My awful memory and lack of patience wouldn't allow it. Yeah, okay.
Lack of patience. Yeah, you can't read a scholarly peer-reviewed article because you're impatient.
However, with that being said, there are some people I think you guys would get along with and be great guests on their corresponding shows. One of which would be Joe
Rogan.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. Oh, and then and it's like
anyway. What podcast do they want to
then
go
it's
on?
anyways.
No free clout. No free clout.
No, I'm not giving it. Anyway, it's anyways. Cheers. And then it's his handle. Even though I got his full name in the fucking email. And so
what's his full name?
Some of this stuff is
Find his address.
is Substacks, and then it's a Bill Gates Indian government targeted in lawsuit alleging AstraZeneca vaccine killed 23-year-old children's health defense Romanian MEP Christian something. I bet that guy's a fascist. It's just a bunch of Substacks, and like I clicked on some of them, and they're like fucking like conspiracy, like just straight up conspiracy formatted websites, right? You could tell like it's a website with the free like 1999 fucking web format.
You probably got a
Fucking
virus from clicking on those.
European Union blasts Pfizer for hiding data. Fauci forced to answer COVID questions by judge. Okay, then on top, then this guy sends another fucking email. Here we go.
The next thing I was just saying,
this one was.
Hey, I've got this plan. I will do it. There's nothing you can do to stop me. I've stockpiled ammo, and I'm going to make an example.
This
what
one
I do today, no one will forget.
this one was easily debunked with one Google search. Okay, same guy. I have a discussion topic for you. This is an actual normal font, by the way. They finally figured out font, right? I have a discussion topic for you. If you haven't heard and aren't staying up to date with things related to COVID-19, a Pfizer executive got caught on a hidden camera via an investigative journalist admitting that Pfizer is actively participating in gain-of-function research to purposely keep mutating the virus so Pfizer can constantly roll out new vaccines that may or may not work so they can make more money. Okay, this is debunked in like one Google search, and it comes from a bullshit story Tucker Carlson tried to promote that like everyone's like, this isn't fucking true. This is not what was said. This is all bullshit. The project is known by Pfizer as Project Veritas. Oh, here we go. Note, last I checked, Google scrubbed all mention of this from their search results, but that was a couple of days ago. As of sending this, I literally right when I saw this typed in Project Veritas, and it was the first thing that came up was a Forbes article being like, this is fucking bullshit. Thanks, Tucker Carlson, for again spreading disinformation.
Yeah, because Pfizer doesn't make enough money as it is.
I know, right? Okay, here we go.
That was also the phrase that sent Mark over the edge in the group chat.
Like, it's just so stupid.
Here we go.
Like,
Furthermore, Furthermore, the reason they are not getting sued or punished by various governments is twofold. One, he said not directly calling it gain of function research, that they aren't breaking any laws. Second, even if Pfizer were to call it gain of function research, the same Pfizer executive said between Pfizer and various big pharma industries that it's a revolving door that essentially own the government and therefore can get away with anything. This is some supervillain shit, which is a prime example, not only the corporate capture of our government, but further proof that the U.S. has fallen to fascism, and it's only gonna get worse.
This is what.
Yeah, this. Then they said the Twitter link, and then hold on, there's more. Also, if you're looking for more bad news, the WEF quietly threatened sanctions consequences for Elon Musk if he didn't regulate and start heavily censoring Twitter again. P.S. See Kissinger's Commission on Population and Development, NSSM 200 just saying. Anyone who ever messages me or emails me anything and says just saying, my mother says that, and it fucking puts me over the edge, and I can't do anything to her, so I will strangle you if I ever see you in public and you have sent me something that says just saying. I put that in the fucking preview, Mr. Speaker, because I want people to know that I hate that so much.
Just saying,
just kidding.
Calm down, Nelson. It's not that deep.
I will kill you.
Yeah, I was gonna say something that's like, actually relevant, but oh no, not.
All right, Mark,
saying.
you're the one with the science degree.
Please, Mark, please
educate us.
You can call it that.
It is
we saw your homework. We know you did science.
Yeah, we know you did. You have a science degree. Tyler might be the better chemist, but you have a science degree.
We can cook. It'll be all right. Are you all googled out?
Yeah.
All right, go.
I think it's an obvious troll, Nelson.
Yeah, it might be.
No, man, this is so many articles and
What's
Substacks.
the email? Totencomp 1488.
No, it's an actual Gmail. No, I thought that. I thought that. But this, if it is, then someone is just like that has way too much time on their hands. It's hilarious, but like it's too.
Well, it's like the truth is way more mundane than that. Anyway,
so part of the handle is 88, but it's the year they were born.
yeah, sure it is.
Yeah.
1988.
As somebody born in 1988, I am sorry for my entire
1988.
Yeah.
Someone
no,
who's
the thing is, I thought this might be like a troll, but there's so many links and there's so many Substacks. And this reminds me of like shit my dad sends. And
Maybe
so
it
like
is your
Probably
dad.
your dad.
it's no, this person knows way too much about technology to be my dad. My dad's emails do not look anything like that. One time my dad was sending I watched this happen in real time. My dad was trying to send someone an email, and for some reason it started typing vertically instead of horizontally and didn't know how to change it. And he got so mad. And he was like, I'm just gonna send it and he'll know what I'm talking about. I'm like, no, Dad, that's not how this
Your
works.
dad just puts his laptop in the fucking mailbox.
Holy shit. But no, this person's serious. Anyway, Mark, tell us with your science degree what we got here.
I mean, I don't know. I lost my trail of thought like 3 times because of that. Well, it's just everyone knows that there's lobbyists and subsidies and everything. Like, it's not like some grand design where like the veil's being pulled away, and like it's just for-profit healthcare. It's nothing shady. Like, it is shady, but there's nothing like extra nefarious about it. It's just capitalism. That's it. There's no like they're not like that's it.
This is so a Scooby-Doo episode where you just pull the mask off and it's just capitalism.
Yeah, that's it all the time. I thought we like knew this.
I know,
Like,
right?
I thought that we were over this already.
I literally typed in Project Veritas COVID-19, and the first thing that pops up is an article being like, no, Project Veritas video doesn't prove Pfizer's mutating COVID-19. Who is Jordan Tristan Walker? That's the person that apparently
Who knows?
investigative
Probably
journalists that caught this person.
But just the way that viruses and disease work, they evolve. That's what they do. And what does a company do? Want to make money. So that's what both the things involved in this are just doing what they do. It's no like extra like Bill Gates. He's not like manipulating the laws of nature. It's just being a virus that isn't being taken care of properly.
I mean, you don't have to manipulate it when it's already doing what you want.
Right. It's just they're cashing in on this opportunity because they're capitalists.
Hey, email this person back and get them to take a poll on who their favorite host is.
Also, this Jordan Tristan Walker person like doesn't exist. The Jordan Tristan was supposed to be a Pfizer exec, and apparently it doesn't exist. So, good job.
Not anymore.
I'm not a right winger.
Yeah, Google erased him like the search
yeah,
results.
exactly. I'm not a right winger or anything. Yeah, well, when you start like parroting right wing bullshit, the line kind of blurs there, buddy.
Maybe this fits a little bit in with a conversation we had recently with some other people about other conspiracy theories.
Oh yeah. 9/11 was an inside job, brother.
No, it literally happened outside. Like it literally happened within it. Like, no, it was an outside job.
There's just one little point that I want to make from the last one, and maybe this is because I don't come from a socialist background. I am not part of any of these groups or anything like that. If anybody who non-ironically refers to me or starts a conversation with comrade, red flag. Just automatically red flag for me.
Comrade
I'm
Kai.
sorry.
Comrade Kai. Let's get it started. The 5 people listen to this. Comrade Kai.
You gotta change the word comrade to start with the letter K.
Oh, I don't know. There've been too many Ks.
Yeah.
Just do something nice. With
I'm a part of the Cool Comrade Club. KKK.
Hey.
Like I had a conversation with somebody about this recently, is that there's a lot of times where in these spaces somebody wants to communicate or make a point or something, and they use so much like in-group socialist language that it's like I can't even understand what the fuck you're saying now, because you want to sound so much like you're running for a position.
Yeah, can we just change this? Like anytime, let's just be just a land back podcast.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I didn't read a single one of those books.
Yeah.
Like, I just think people shouldn't be hungry or freeze to
Yeah,
death.
exactly.
Like,
I read the manifesto in high school, and I think I got like a little bit through some of Lenin stuff, and I'm just like, I mean, yeah, okay, I could like sum this up in a few words.
I read that one line about curb stomping people, and I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. Now I just want cops to not kill people, and I just want to play my video games and just do whatever.
Play video games, be chill.
Yeah.
2023.
But like, yeah, people are like, comrade, blah blah blah. I'm like, is this like Russia 1917? Like, what are we talking about here? Like,
but yeah, so recently, without getting too close to what actually happened,
okay,
but
we don't hate this person that's might be listening because they're in the Discord. We don't hate this person because they
you've
came.
been cool with like every other conversation, dude.
I'm
like,
pretty sure I do.
They were nice about it, and they listened to reason, and they listened to some stuff. I haven't seen the follow-ups after I posted the article, but they seem cool. I have been listening to 9/11 truthers since 9/11. Like, my dad's a 9/11 truther, right? And I listened to every, and it was huge in college, right? That whole fucking 2009, 2014, like the fucking, like it, that whole, it just 9/11 truth was like loose change, all that bullshit, right? And it came out of like the horrors of the Bush administration, like how fucking corrupt and the war is all bullshit, right? Came this conspiracy theory, which I think Kai or Mark, one of both of you said is like the 9/11 truther to like alt-right pipeline, right? It's like fucking like it was like 9/11 truth, Ron Paul, and now they all voted for Trump. And it's been debunked so many times, and the entire premise of the 9/11 truth to me, right? This conspiracy, I'm doing the Italian hands. The 9/11 truth to me is it's repackaged American exceptionalism. To think that decades of bad imperialist foreign policy in the Middle East could never have any blowback and could never come back to bite us in the ass is like quintessential fucking American exceptionalism. Like, I think the rest of the world was like, why didn't this fucking happen sooner? But like, if you, it's so fucking frustrating because all that bullshit is so easily debunked. It's so fucking frustrating.
No, everybody's overlooking like the real reason, like behind like 9/11 and a lot of the bad shit. It's the Wright brothers. Could we have dropped a nuclear weapon without an airplane? Could 9/11?
we gotta go back in time.
Orrin Wilbur, this is what you did, you sons of bitches.
We're not supposed to be flying.
9/11 was orchestrated by big boats.
By big boats.
To stop people from flying, start taking boats again. But honestly, that like commenter, you're cool, but you just triggered a lot of millennial trauma.
We don't hate you.
Like, so like I know that like when I came to the chat and said, "Hey, have y'all seen the discussion going down in our Discord?" I feel like at that point, Nelson and I, you and I would have made eye contact
Oh
and
my
just been
God.
like, "Fucking."
We made virtual eye contact across the fucking Atlantic Ocean. It was like, I'm like in 5th grade again on the phone with my mom. Like, Mom, I'm playing at the Twin Towers. And she's like, what? I'm like, yeah. Boom, the second plane fucking hits. Like I'm watching it live on television.
Yep.
It's like my aunt screaming. Like I'm like I watched the second plane hit the fucking towers.
7th grade social studies, watching it happen, and my teacher saying like, "Oh, we'll just turn off the TV," and then the kid that had just moved from New York City bolting out of the classroom to go run to the office to call his family, and then walking into my second period band class, and that teacher telling everybody to sit down, and as he's saying sit down, the next plane hit. Like serious millennial trauma. And like so there's the kind of like the alt-right pipeline, but there's also the kind of, how do I describe this, like leftist brain rot that can also feed it.
Yeah.
Where it's a brain rot that comes from kind of the right place. But the reason that I have so much trauma around this is that my boyfriend at the time, kind of immediately after that, in the proto online video days, was sending me video after video after video. This is somebody who was part of the Socialist Party, and like he was part of, like, so this is somebody who would have that leftist brain rot, who was just sending me video after video after video of 9/11 truther shit and about literally the jet fuel can't melt steel beams kind of thing. But that it all kind of came from, well, of course your government would do that. And also this kind of idea that like it's a way to defend from racism, to say that it was the American government that did it and not people from another country who are a different religion to the majority in the United States, who are different color to the majority, the ruling class in the United States. It's that kind of like, if you keep following the logical conclusion, it's going to come down in this weird kind of brain rot kind of way, rather than saying anybody from any religion is capable of atrocity, especially after so much poking and prodding and messing with and killing people and destabilizing governments and everything on America's part. Like, so yeah, there's this kind of like alt-right brain rot. There's also leftist brain rot that either way can take you down into this 9/11 truther chasm in the middle. And what you don't realize is that y'all are in the same chasm. You're in the same hole. You're looking at each other in it.
You're in the same cave, at Plato's cave. But it's just like, there's been so much information, and like it's all been debunked, and I'm not the biggest fan of Chomsky, but he did tell one of these like 9/11 truthers one time, is like, if the engineers for 9/11 truth like have tested this and have studies and whatever, send them through the same peer review cycle that we all have to go through. And I'm just like, if Noam Chomsky, an open and out anarchist that is like 100 like against U.S. imperialism, and everyone knows his name and writes books about how the government's evil, can go through the peer review process and have papers published, pretty sure these engineers could with their PhDs and shit. So like, I remember watching this one thing where they took like actual, like, it was like engineers for 9/11 truth or whatever the fuck it was, and they like sat them down and they ran the test to be like, actually jet fuel can melt steel beams, and they were like, oh no. And it was like a thing about like how like the cognitive bias and the cognitive dissonance, like in conspiracy theorists, like no matter what you show them, they'll never believe it. And like the test is like right there. Yes, the jet fuel did melt the steel beams. The weight of the building and the melting in it. So basically, no, it didn't melt through the steel beam. What it did, and that people should know, is that there's hundreds and hundreds of there's thousands of pounds of pressure on these steel beams. A fucking jetliner crash into the fucking building, ripping apart all the fire protective insulation. So it's exposed steel beams. The jet fuel and the melting plane that was melting aluminum and melting metal that was melted by the jet fuel is dripping on these steel beams, and it's burning through the steel beams, as the weight of the building is on the fucking steel beams. Yes, they didn't just fucking melt straight through like a knife through butter. They warped and they twisted and they eventually gave way and it pancaked down. They described how the building was built. The way the skeleton of the building was, the Twin Towers were built. They floors pancaked down. And you see that each one of them pancaking, that's why there's smoke blowing out the sides of the building. Like, it's fairly fucking simple to think of. It's been proven a number of times. And the one that gets me with the Pentagon was a cruise missile. No, like there's plane parts. Those engines are fucking heavy. Like, Joe Blow on a fucking flatbed didn't just drive up with a fucking twisted up fucking jet engine and throw it on the fucking lawn as some part of the conspiracy. That fucking jet engine was there. And they were like, well, how did the pilot make that turn when like all these other pilots couldn't do it? He got fucking lucky. He got lucky. It's plain and simple. It's like what the IRA told. I said this in the Discord. It's like what the IRA told Margaret Thatcher. You know, you have to be right every single time. We just have to be right once. And the guy was right once. And apparently from witnesses and the videos and the witnesses said the plane actually hit the ground and skipped and then slammed into the fucking building. So he didn't just like fly inches off the ground in some fucking Top Gun maneuver. He came around, fucking skidded the plane off the fucking ground and crashed it into the fucking Pentagon.
Look, like flying a plane isn't hard. Denzel Washington flew a plane upside down on cocaine and
landed it.
Like,
Tom Cruise can fly a plane. Anyone can fly a plane. I know like this is turning into a rant, but like it really is. The one that irks me is that it takes away from the fact that we watched 3,000 people die on live television, and because those 3,000 people died, millions of Iraqis and Afghanistan. Afghani's fucking lives were ruined because of American foreign policy. Like, you could maybe make a case for the invasion of Afghanistan. The entire invasion of Iraq was built upon lies. And that's the real conspiracy, is how come Colin Powell and well, he's dead. He's in hell now. But how is Dick Cheney and George Bush, how are they not at the head?
Wait, Colin Powell's dead?
Yeah, he COVID only kills black conservatives.
Did he really die?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. We covered it on the show when it happened.
I gotta stop butterfly affecting the realities.
But is
Herman Cain dead here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Here.
Okay.
But like,
This is my good place for the.
I know this is turning into a Nelson rant, but like it's I remember there was the one meme. It was like on 9/11, let's remember the 3,000 people that died in the terrorist attacks, and then the literal millions of Iraqis that were killed, displaced, wounded because of a lie. Like, there were no weapons of mass destruction. That's the real conspiracy. I wish that people on the left would stop getting sucked into bullshit conspiracies and start actually caring about real issues and like real things, evil things the government's done. Like, lie about there being weapons to destroy an entire country and murder millions of people.
People on the left, take a shower, go outside,
go to the gym,
talk to
some vitamin D,
get some fucking deodorant that isn't Axe.
Yeah, talk to a human being. Maybe take a break from waging the war on the internet.
Yeah, stretch your fingers out from that keyboard warrior.
You don't even have to start a podcast. Just get some friends, and if you don't want to go outside, just get a Zoom call going.
Get a pet.
You should message your favorite podcast, and then maybe you'll become hosts on said podcast.
Or just walk out your front door and just scream at the top of your lungs.
Yeah, you can do that. That's free.
And maybe, you know what? Maybe you'll message your favorite podcast and you'll become a host on said podcast, and then you'll end up being the best of friends that go visit each other in Florida.
And go to your friends' doctor's appointments in Atlanta.
And not go to the aquarium. And then maybe
we have enough ex-hosts for them to have their own podcast.
That'd be funny.
Oh
Dark DOP,
and they break through.
Oh my
get
god!
On like Spotify.
No, that wouldn't. No, they would fucking they would kill each other.
Honestly, yeah.
That would be the most canceled fucking podcast.
They would all fucking hate each other. It would be the most annoying hour on the internet.
Oh my god.
No, there's still one ex-host that I always run into at Walmart that's just still always just a joy to see. Love them.
Oh man. And then maybe after you message the podcast to become BFFs and go take your friend to go see the doctor, you'll go to a park with them and you'll try to get on electric scooters. And you'll realize that you're both out of shape millennials who don't want to fucking walk up a goddamn hill.
And also,
I'm not gonna lie, that was one of the best days of my life, hanging out with you. That was so much fun. I'm not gonna lie. Even though we fucked it up and didn't go to the aquarium, that shit was classic. If I couldn't have fucking imagined or like scripted a better Nelson and Kai day than that fucking day.
Maybe we should hang out, Tyler, and talk about stuff that we didn't or they didn't witness in front of them.
I'm the shadow host. No one can prove that I'm real. Like Nelson hasn't seen me in over a year, like in person.
I've
you
never met
deep-faked?
Tyler.
No,
Tyler's a deep fake.
I could be dead.
I think that'd be funny. I think a Mark and Tyler day would be hilarious.
Well, when people go around and start just killing like podcasters, they won't know where to find me.
They have a gun to my head about to execute me. I'll be like, he lives it. Boo.
He'll be long gone by
It'll
then.
be long
Yeah,
gone.
oh man, I'm just thinking of like a dystopian action movie where I'm the last podcaster in the world.
Oh my
You
god!
finally have to pick up the ham radio.
Yeah, Nelson gave me his ham radio.
It's like my
That is how-
bloody. It's like my bloody ham radio.
Your hand's still attached.
Tyler's hand's still attached.
Your mummified
My
hands.
mummified- And
No,
Tyler's
I'm
like,
so
I have
like
to
out
do
of touch
it.
with reality. I'm carrying Nelson's head around like tied to my waist like God of War.
It's a podcast of me and Tyler, and Tyler's like making my mouth move and giving me voices.
It's just cold open. The shot. It's just the background noise is guns and people screaming and blood splatter and everything, and you just see a hand descend to the floor, and there's a bloody hand holding a ham radio, and that hand takes the bloody ham radio. And as the camera pans up, you just see Tyler's face, and then boom, the last podcaster.
It's like, and it's but then later on, it's Tyler finds some shelter and he finds a microphone and he's still trying to figure out how to hook it up.
Oh.
Oh my god! The set of the Last of the Mohicans, the last of the podcast.
It's the same like fucking Celtic music that they played all the way through it for reasons.
Instead of it's just the postman, but with Tyler as a podcast instead of a postman.
I'm just sitting there. It's like when they came for Joe Rogan, we cheered. When they came from Jordan Peterson, we cheered. When they came from Chapo Trap House, we said that could never be us. And then before you knew it, it was us.
Oh my god!
All right. How about another news story? We have
9/11.
U.S. population center trending towards the South this decade. Remember, I've been talking so much about how the South is just hugely growing in population.
Damn Yankees!
Some could say that the South
Ohio.
is rising.
We're rising again.
So the Northeast and Midwest lost residents. The West grew by only 153,000 people. And everybody else is moving fucking south.
I'm not gonna lie. When I went when I was in Atlanta to visit, to have lunch with Mark the other day, I did see some Pacific Northwest people. It looked like some Portlandiers.
Oh, it was
Walking
the first time they've ever seen sunlight.
Burst into flames.
There was a guy with dreads and an acoustic guitar and a trash bag walking around. I was like,
Nelson,
Portland.
that's a homeless person in Atlanta.
I thought that was someone before.
Nelson hates unhoused people. It's
Yeah.
official. Heard it here, folks.
Is unhoused people the proper term? Am I like is saying homeless like? Can I not say?
I don't know,
like,
Tyler. Go ask.
I mean, you can.
genuine question.
Go ask somebody. Be like, do you prefer being called homeless or unhoused? And they'll probably look at you like you're fucking crazy. I think
You know
when you're out in the fucking elements and about to die, I don't think they care if you're homeless or unhoused.
That's Tyler's first podcast after we're all killed.
Oh my god, yes. Are we
He's just a
now
stray
all-
dog.
No, Tyler's like, so are we all unhoused now because of the apocalypse?
I go to interview somebody like, do you want to be called homeless or unhoused? My brother in Christ, I have a house. This is Portland. Y'all look like this.
Yeah, fuck Portland.
It's
Fuck the
just
Pacific
hostile
Northwest.
architecture.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
So-
don't move here, please.
The
If you're already
centers-
here, you can stay. But
the
don't move
centers
here.
are Texas, Florida, North Carolina, and Georgia. So
Still not
experts say,
Alabama, Mississippi. They said, fuck that.
experts say the Southern allure has to do with a mix of housing affordability, lower taxes, the popularity of remote work during pandemic era, and baby boomers retiring. I would like to say, where the fuck are these affordable houses?
Yeah, where the
Yeah.
fuck are these affordable houses?
As Southerners,
Yeah.
as Southerners who 3 of which have had reason to look at housing recently.
Holy
Where the
shit.
fuck is this affordable housing? And I will also say that where the fuck is this affordable housing when all these fucking people from other areas are buying houses for me in Florida and using them as Airbnbs
Yeah.
or really, really high expensive rentals.
Fucking
The hou-
Yankees.
The house beside my parents is being rented for $2,500 a month. No, $3,500 a month. The one that was down the street that doesn't have a garage or a pool is being rented for $2,500 a month.
Get mad.
Fucking Yankees. They can get
Yeah,
out.
don't come here.
Yeah, don't come here, Yankee. You gonna go
So
back where you
at what
came
point
from.
at what point are you just gonna walk up to somebody and call them a carpetbagger to their face though?
Yeah, actually, you know what? For the 5 people that are listening to this, if you see Yankees moving in, call them carpetbaggers.
Yeah.
Spit in their face.
Spit in their face, call them Yankee carpetbaggers, they can get out.
Chase them out of town.
Yeah. Get some friends, put on some white sheets to, pretend to be ghosts to scare them away. Do it.
You know what? Murder them.
Instead of using flashlights so your batteries could die, just, get a torch with some fucking fire on it, and burn a lowercase t in their yard for time to leave.
Time to leave.
You know what? For all 5 people listening to this, get 5. Each one of you get 5 of your friends, and you march down to Hillary Clinton's house, and you.
And you get a hammer and you say Nancy Pelosi, boo.
You go
And
to
then
Hillary
we'll-
Clinton's house, and then you ask for Nancy Pelosi because you can't tell the difference between the two sometimes.
Every fucking episode, there's something you say, Tyler, that just makes me lose my fucking mind.
I mean, they're hard. Sometimes they're like older white women are hard to tell apart sometimes.
The look of regret on Kai's face right now. Like, why am I still here? Why am I still friends with these people? Why do I want them to move to my hometown?
What if Hillary Clinton ran again? Wouldn't that be hilarious?
Oh my god.
Lose to Trump again?
That would be
We
hilarious.
wouldn't have to vote because it wouldn't matter. It wouldn't
I think-
matter even more than it already doesn't.
I think that would be the straw that broke the camel's back. It would be
There's
some-
still hot sauce in my bag.
It's like Biden doesn't run and they have a primary and Hillary wins it and goes against Trump. I think that'd be the end. That would be the end of America. That would
That
be
might be what starts the revolution.
That was what really starts the revolution. And Hillary would take credit for it. I started the revolution.
Or this time-
Pokemon, go start a revolution.
Oh my god. Pokemon go to the polls. Oh my god.
I'm
Either
just
that or she uses
chilling.
some of them Clinton assassins to take out Trump.
His MAGA army will stop them. And it turns into an episode of Game of Thrones, which I've never seen.
Why are
Well,
you
no.
referencing a show you've never seen? What if it's nothing like Game of Thrones?
I think it's exactly like Game of Thrones, Mark, with the dragons and the White Walkers and Hodor.
Game of Thrones. What the fuck is that? Some kind of medieval musical chairs. What the fuck's going on there? Some guy play a lute and you all run around a bunch of thrones and try to sit down on one when he stops.
Anyway,
I still want to go into a restaurant and order beef stroking off. Oh man.
that was the moment that I checked out of the chat today.
Tyler, you gotta finish the joke.
And just be like, beef stroking off. What are y'all jerking off cows back there?
Oh man.
That was my favorite hamburger helper. That's like God tier hamburger.
Yeah,
helper.
it is.
Holy shit.
Velveeta made one that was like stroganoff, but with like Velveeta cheese in it. That's also God tier.
Damn.
Velveeta cheese was reserved for special occasions in my house.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I,
It's the craft is your standard, and then the Velveeta is when like that's like fucking Thanksgiving and Christmas Day shit.
Right,
Yeah.
and the macaroni and cheese.
Right.
I used to look at the square of Velveeta, and the intrusive thoughts would be to like slice it like cheese and have it on a sandwich.
Just take a bite out of it.
Yeah.
Just the whole log.
I think I saw a hamburger helper. Like everyone knows my mom is super classist. So I think I remember seeing a hamburger helper commercial one time. I was like, Mom, can we get hamburger helper? She's like, no, that's for poor people. It's like, okay.
That's me. I'm poor
Dude,
people.
we ate
Right,
that
I
like
could
4
just-
nights a week.
I could just hear. I didn't even have to hear you say that. I knew you've never had a hamburger helper.
I've never had hamburger helper.
Period.
Never. I've never had it.
That's what's
Shit,
wrong
you're
with
coming
you.
over to my house for a special
I think it looks
occasion.
delicious. I'll probably destroy that shit. But
Just
my
get
mom
it.
was like, it's
You're
for
an
poor
adult.
people. Yeah, I could get it, I guess. I've been banned from
I
getting
guess.
hamburger. I've been banned from getting hamburger helper.
What about the little green packets of the chicken soup?
The what?
That are
The
like,
Nor.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
when
Make
you're
that
sick
make
and a
that with
Sierra
like
Mist.
that and put like frozen green beans in it and then cook it.
Ooh, frozen.
So
green
like
beans.
seasoned your green beans. Oh yeah. This is some poor people shit, Nelson.
It's the pores.
I
This
used to
is
eat a lot of canned corned beef hash.
I was
With,
really
like, dog
picky.
food.
Like when I was a kid, I'd eat the little like Vienna sausages.
pulled
but
out of
then,
the tin.
yeah, but when I developed a brain, I stopped because it's
Yeah,
awful.
Exactly. So I had my cousin over one night and she was talking about doing that, but we didn't have any Vienna sausages. We had a pack of hot dogs in the fridge. So we were like 9 years old and going to my fridge in the middle of the night and eating cold hot dogs
And
out
shredded
of
cheese.
Oh,
the package. Oh my god. No, Nelson, look. My
no,
parents
you guys should make me. We should have a poor people's whatever one day, and you guys cook all your favorite poor people food.
I was watching something recently
That just
where
pissed me off, Nelson. I don't know what.
Yeah,
I
I don't know how that made me feel.
you
What are
your
poors,
rich people
cook for
food?
me. Cook for me, you
Yes, cook
poors.
for me, you pores.
Is your rich people food a handful of salted nuts and a Fiji water? What are you talking about?
That's the pores.
Yeah, your mom would have been an almond mom, handful of
Almond mom, definitely.
No,
Yeah.
for dinner they eat like the deeds to Section 8, so they just turn to Airbnbs.
Oh my god.
With a knife and a fork cut in little
Yeah.
pieces.
It was a lot of pasta and salad and meatloaf and a lot of pasta.
Hamburger helpers pasta. For the record.
It's once I got married and moved up in life, I started buying like name brand pasta and realized that this shit actually is better than like the hamburger helper pasta because that's all I knew for so long.
I still get the Walmart brand lasagna noodles.
But a little hack for anybody who works out: eat processed foods because the sodium content, you'll get a very nice round, full, defined muscle look from it. Like if I do chest workouts, I'll eat ramen noodles for breakfast because they're so high in sodium, and I'll be in there just redder than Nelson.
having a stroke, blood coming out of your nose. And
That's the best pump you can get is when your heart's working overtime.
It's
Yeah,
the hypertension look.
This
and it doesn't
pump is
help that
fucking
like
great.
that the pre-workout I use is like banned by WADA, who does the doping for like the Olympics and shit.
Oh my god, Tyler.
It's good shit, man. I enjoy it.
Do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
Someone at the gym told me I look like a power lifter. I was like, well, my friend Tyler is a power. I was like, I have a friend that's a power lifter and takes testosterone.
Just throw it out there.
So out there.
Yeah, your buddy's medical history.
Yeah. Next time I see somebody whose stomach hurts, I'm like, oh, I got a friend who can't have dairy because he'll puke and shit everywhere.
Nelson's fully disappeared from that. He is fucking gone.
I bet Nelson's never had a bologna and chip sandwich after swimming in the pool.
Oh my god, yes. I remember going to the beach, like going
I
to
just
the beach.
fell out of the chair.
You're right, bud.
I remember going to the beach and the bologna and chip sandwich being too salty because I was playing in the ocean and I swallowed a bunch because I was a stupid child and I was crying and my mom's like, do you want me to make you a bologna and chip sandwich? I was like, no. And she's like, do you want peanut butter and jelly? And I said, yeah, with lots of jelly because it was less salty than peanut butter than the bologna and chip sandwich.
I had a friend who went to the Elmore County Jail, and I guess they just give him food to fuck with him. They literally gave him peanut butter and bologna sandwiches.
That's awful.
Ew. It's against the Geneva Convention.
Just give him
Holy
food to
shit.
fuck with them.
That's
To
a
this day,
fucking
that
war crime.
jail still has no AC.
Nelson has left the
What a
chat.
wonderful world we live in.
My mom hates food, so I totally forgot what we had. What do we have for beach snacks? Oh, do we even have beach snacks?
Y'all probably went to like white sand beaches and clear water beaches.
Look at
Yeah.
him
Yeah.
smiling.
Yeah, we had algae and like rocks. All
Well,
over
my
the
uncle,
beach.
my
We
uncle
went to the
lived.
lake.
Yeah, we went to the lake,
My uncle
the
lived-
man-made lake.
My uncle lived off. My uncle lived off by the beach, so we just go back to his house, and he'd have like cold cuts and
Beluga,
Italian
caviar.
stuff. Then
You
we
like
go.
gabagool?
Then we went gabagool. Then we went to the Italian pizza. Then we went to the pizza place down the street and had stuffed oysters and pizza.
Wow.
Look at all these three faces. Can't relate.
Like if there was like some kind of leftist revolution while you were a child, Nelson, you'd have been drugged out of your house and killed.
Yes, the life of the petite bourgeois is very, very, very nice.
Like, I was recently reminded that when my dad, the biggest movie that my dad ever worked on, what we did was buy a new dishwasher and a new stove.
Hell yeah.
That is what we had. And you know what? They haven't changed those things in 23 years. I know because I was just looking at a service record for them.
I'm gonna say a really boomer thing and said they're probably built to last, which is like a little true, but also
They don't make them like that no more.
Don't make them like that no more.
No, the washing machine, the water in it is so hard that you have to put like half a jug of vinegar in it to make sure everything
Oh,
is
shit.
clean. I don't want to talk about the rest of the news because everything's
Yeah.
bad.
I think we all know all the other stuff that happened. All cops are bastards. We'll just leave it at that.
Yeah.
yeah, all cops.
Oh wait, even the cow news is really dark this week.
Oh yeah.
Tyler found- Tyler
I didn't even
found
read it.
cows
I just googled cow.
I
news.
read it.
Cow news.
Just read the headline because the actual story is not.
Yeah, okay, so the headline: Youth dies at hospital allegedly after road accident. Family claims he was assaulted by cow vigilantes.
I'm sorry, that's why he died. But I just can't stop thinking of like a cow in like an Assassin's Creed costume jumping down and stabbing him in the back.
Like G-Force or something. An elite team.
Those Chick-fil-A cows get busy.
Yeah, it was a gay teen.
Holy shit.
Oh.
I couldn't think of any other way I want to spend my Monday nights is with y'all.
Fully ripping the
us
shit
poor
out of you
people.
for an hour.
Yeah,
I know,
the
right?
poors.
Getting berated by the poors.
Do your community service by spending time with the poors.
This is my re-education is the podcast by getting made fun of by the poors. Y'all see my mom's house.
Nelson,
Hates
you're
poor
like
people.
you're like some rich, like intelligent fucking college goer. Like you were just built to be a fucking like a leftist. Like you're
I know,
like
right?
fucking Engels and Marx all rolled into one.
He's the guy that gets the DSA jokes.
Yeah.
I
None
know,
of the
right?
rest of us
Oh
do.
my god! Actually, Engels is my hero because he was Marx's rich friend whose dad owned a factory and like paid for all his shit. So I'm Engels.
Is he the one that everyone draws the fan art of him and
Yeah,
so the gay one? Got it.
yeah, definitely.
I get both of those mixed up with Charles Darwin every time. I just imagine they all look
that'd be
exactly
a
alike.
great meme. Be like Karl Marx invented evolution and killed
You know, it's a
God.
conspiracy theory that we don't like. Everyone knows about that and the Finches, but no one teaches that he like was really into eugenics.
It's if you existed from the mid 1800s to about 1915 and you were like a luminary of the time, you were just into eugenics. Like every fucking buddy.
Everybody,
Yeah.
everybody was in eugenics.
That's the only science you can take
Didn't
with a
Charles
grain of
Darwin
salt.
have like a special needs son as well?
He married his cousin.
Yeah, like he was trying to like breed his kids, I think.
Ding 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 ding.
Yeah, where is he from? Not the South.
Not
Kentucky.
Georgia. He's from England.
Yeah, that's one of those
That Habsburg
the
jaw.
English who have a really, really long history of inbreeding.
Dang old Habsburg jaw. The
I mean,
tongue
heck, if
too
you can't
big.
get off the island, apparently that's what's going to happen.
But my cousin, ding 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 ding.
No, the English are too able to get off the island. That's
Yeah.
the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should have kept them on that. Build a wall around the UK.
Yeah.
That's what we should have fucking done.
No, leave the Welsh and leave the Scots alone.
Just the English, just the wall around England.
Like recently, I was looking at something about the island of Jersey, which is part of the UK. I think
Another
it
bad
is.
island.
But it's like I never realized where it was, except that it was close to France. That fucker is like almost in France, and it's somehow still a British.
Wait. It's called Jersey.
Yeah,
So there's an old Jersey.
there is a Jersey.
You learn something every day.
The Americans had no creativity when it came to names. None whatsoever.
New
Y'all don't
York,
even know
New
that there's
Jersey?
a Boston in this country.
There is.
There's a Boston in the UK, yeah.
Is it filled with drunken Irish cops too?
No, because they ran the Irish out.
Nah, they did the right thing.
Is there like an English Mark Wahlberg there? Today's a good day to beat up a Vietnamese, isn't it?
Time to beat up a walk there, isn't it?
Sometimes I just want to take screenshots of like towns near me and just be like, none of these names are real. The English language isn't real. Look at these names. None of these make sense.
This shit ain't real.
It isn't.
We got Birmingham and Birmingham.
It's a beautiful day in Piss and Doo England.
Cockapoo-Shire.
I'm not far from the village of Old. OLD, Old.
This is
a-
all boomers.
The town of Lizard. There's a town
Fuck
named
outta here.
Lizard.
That's where the
in
Clintons are from.
Like I know it's not like most Americans don't know about the term bell end. Bell end is
Bell
the head of a
end.
penis. And there are like literally housing estates with roads called Bell End, things like that. Like one of the terminuses of one of the tube lines in London ends at Cockfosters.
Oh, dick beer.
This place isn't real. It just fucking isn't.
What a whimsical place to live.
Yeah. The food must be awesome along with the weather.
Obviously.
The sunshine and cotton candy. Oh, I'm sorry, it's fairy floss, isn't it? Right?
It's
Candy
fairy
floss.
isn't it?
Fairy
Candy
floss.
floss.
It's like fairy floss. I think is quite a regional term. Candy floss is what everybody
They had to
else
stop
calls it.
saying fairy floss after Thatcher.
Yeah, this island with such great weather and such great food that the most interesting thing I find to do with my day is watch the birds out my fucking window.
Zippity doo dah, zippity day. Kai, we all know you just walk outside and they land on your shoulder and just tweeting, and it turns into like an old drawing, like of a Disney cartoon, like an animated old Disney cartoon.
Name a princess that happens to, Nelson. Pop quiz.
The what?
What's a princess that happens to?
Snow White, right?
There you go.
All right, he passes.
Yeah.
Can you name
Yeah.
a second? Because there's more than one.
Sleeping Beauty.
Damn, you're actually good at that.
Can you get 3?
Pocahontas.
I don't think that.
Split
She
doesn't count.
was
That's
the
one
daughter
bird.
of the chief. She's a Disney princess.
The correct answer was Cinderella.
Cinderella, yeah, with the slipper and shit.
Nelson didn't watch that one because she was poor.
Yeah, rags to riches. Your mom shut that down real quick.
Yeah.
Anastasia's another one, right? Was that also Disney?
No.
No, it's
didn't-
DreamWorks. Or
But
something.
didn't Disney bought DreamWorks, so now Anastasia is technically Disney.
Disney-
Anastasia was
Disney
part
doesn't
of
own DreamWorks, does it?
Don Bluth's. Wasn't it Don Bluth? Everybody's waiting for me.
Anyway, so yeah, Cinderella.
It's owned by Fox Family Films, and Disney does own Fox now.
Ah,
And
If
yes, it
Disney
was-
has DreamWorks, and the Shrek that they're gonna make here soon is gonna suck.
No, they don't own DreamWorks.
Okay.
Oh, thank
okay,
God.
Good.
I love Shrek so much.
I
Is that
think
new?
somebody once told me the world is
Shut
gonna
the fuck
roll
up,
me.
Nelson.
I ain't the sharpest tool in the shed.
That new Puss in Boots movie was fucking great.
I haven't
saw
gotten
with
to
the
see it
kids.
just yet.
I've
It was
heard
great.
everybody say that, and nobody's talked about what actually happens in the movie.
Spoilers.
Like, I give a fuck.
I
Am I
know.
gonna get my ass up to go to the movie theater and watch Puss in Boots 3 in a movie theater?
I watched the adult version.
That's
the
weird.
fucking
You and the
show.
cats?
Yeah. Yeah. Ugh.
Whoa. Sorry, the podcast is over.
Yeah.
Nailing that comment.
Thank God he's not going to be a vet.
Oh my God.
The reason people don't want me to be a vet and people don't want you to be a vet are completely different.
Yeah, I make bad porn parodies and you bashing pig skulls with a
Well,
ball pit hammer.
I wasn't going to say that. I was going to say that I was going to steal like the animal drugs.
Ketamine.
Yeah. But yeah, if you were to bring that up and just tear me down more about it.
The pigs, that's like the number one horror movie in like Pigland, is the mustache hammer.
He hates poor people, so he hates working class people
Yeah.
trying to feed their families.
It's what I was told to do.
Oh, you were only following
I was
orders?
only following
Sometimes you
orders.
gotta call a pig.
The whole time I was like, I'm sorry. I still hear them.
This one pig is Oscar Schindler. It's like, I could have saved more.
What a
Hannibal
lovely
Lecter talking to
analysis.
me. You still hear the pig squeal every night, don't you?
TikTok, Clarice. TikTok, Tyler. You still hear the pigs.
Ugh.
I'm having an old friend for supper.
That's another one we didn't cover. We don't need to cover it, but just the 9/11 truther, Holocaust denier, big pharma tin hat foil. Just read a
Yeah.
real book.
Yeah.
I do think we should do the Dixieland of the Proletariat Toes the Line episode.
Oh my God, yeah.
I'm gonna
All right,
need-
y'all. We're going to talk about how the Holocaust did actually happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have to go to that back where we
I have a bunch of books.
middle school.
Like, this is the ONCE conference.
Mythbusters, the Holocaust.
I'm gonna have to take the rest of my oxys for that one.
That was a robot chicken. That was a robot chicken bit.
Red flag. about chicken red flag.
All right, I didn't punch you last time. I'm punching you next time.
Hey, Rick and
He didn't-
Morty shit canned, isn't it?
No, it's not canned. It's still there. It's not over.
Let it die.
No, they can't.
Yeah, let
take
those
it
people
from
get
us.
paid, but like,
Let them get
The
paid
people-
royalties. Let the show die.
No, some of us don't have.
let the
much to live
animators
for.
that had nothing to do with it get paid, and then they can move on with their lives.
Like, wasn't it like the original thing, like what inspired it? Wasn't it about like a very almost like pedophilic relationship between the
Yeah,
fucking...
Doc and Marty. Yeah,
Yeah. So it's already built on like pedophile type shit. Just let it go. Let it go. It turns out he was actually a pedophile. Let it go.
And-
let it die.
no,
Don't get tattoos of
can't
pop
die.
culture stuff.
it can't die. My version of a Smushmallow or whatever the fuck it is of Pickle Rick can't let it die.
Let it die.
Burn it.
No,
Like-
you already strangled him, Mark.
Like all the kids who are super like cringy into like Invader Zim grew up to be Rick and Morty kids.
I didn't like Invader Zim.
Let it die, Nelson.
No, I'm Pickle
Let it
Rick.
die.
I want Seth.
I used to
Rogen.
have a like GIF on my like, was it like Guy Online? Is that that one?
Oh, yeah. No,
But I
look,
was
y'all
also
aren't al-
like
y'all
13.
straight men are not allowed to talk about this because Invader Zim is queer culture.
Yeah.
Did y'all say that Rick and Morty was queer culture too somehow?
No.
No, they were just pandering to people.
Yeah. Well, how's Invader Zim queer?
Yeah, how is
culture? I'm just
Invader
curious.
Zim-
I just
yeah.
don't-
Because a bunch of
oh.
weirdos. Like,
So you saying queer people are weird, Mark?
Yeah.
what
Sounds
does the
like-
word queer mean, Nelson?
means happy.
That's gay, you idiot.
That's the best soundbite this podcast is ever gonna have. Please put that in the fucking preview. Please put that in the preview.
Ugh.
It's gonna be, that's gay, you idiot. Wah 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 wah.
Yes,
And then I'm gonna
please.
come to your house
That
and kill
is-
you.
That
thing you
is
said.
that is now gonna be. It's motherfucking after dark. Wah, 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 wah. It's gay, you idiot. And it goes into the episode. Kai has to say something now that's priceless.
I am not iconic like you people. Okay?
Unhinged.
I
Let
can't
loose.
wait till like another 40 episodes when that loses all context. And like, what the fuck?
Someone
Just stop
new
listening to this.
subscribes.
What does this mean?
Some new person who again was told to by some comrades to watch this or listen to this show. New person subscribes and they get hit with
I
that
don't-
first thing.
I don't think said person subscribes to the fucking Patreon, so maybe they won't hear this. But
I wish they did, so they can hear how stupid they are.
yeah, I know, right? Oh my god, my head hurts.
If it's not true, go into a COVID ward without a mask on
Yeah, do
and
it,
just sit there.
pussy. Go in there. Go do it.
I kind of want to go undercover now and pretend like I'm not part of the podcast anymore and get the dark podcast started up.
See if you can break Nelson. See if you can like get him to believe you're like a troll.
Maybe I already have.
Oh.
Holy shit, no.
That's what I was just thinking. I was like, what if I can just like make something up and then come on here and just present it as fact and see like how far I can get.
You probably could, Mark. We probably all think it's real.
I'm
No,
a liar though.
The best thing for me
I
to do
don't no. I would have to say that I will look that shit up if it doesn't sound right enough. It has to sound right enough.
Yeah, can I be able to Google it?
Instead of sweet Mark, it's sneaky Mark.
the best thing I could do would be to like sneak around, make a fake email, get Nelson think they're having a guest on the show, and then let the guest in. It's
Just-
motherfucking after dark.
No, we know it's not you because you can't show up to any of the full episodes.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's for a day off.
he makes the exception for that one time. He's like, oh, I gotta do this.
I'm a DLC character for the podcast now.
You are, yeah.
Damn. Damn.
I don't know why that reminded me of those Tony Hawk games where you, if you played it long enough, you could unlock the alien.
I'm the Slim Jim guy from the BMX game. Oh.
my god.
Tyler was the day one exclusive, and then if you don't order it on that day, you don't get it.
The
Tyler
the skins you can get for your character.
if you weren't here when the case letters were being handed out early on, you're not getting this.
Oh,
When
my
when
God.
when there was some joke, I believe it got cut. I don't know if it got put in the episode about Amy Klobuchar having a penis.
No, that got edited out.
Yeah.
That's why that whole that sixth episode 6 about the hogs. That's why that one part sounds so chopped up because I literally had to go back in
There was
with
that
the
one
guy who was
episode with
editing
that
it. I was like, we have to cut this out. We can't have
the
this.
most chaotic episode, the one in person with fucking Fifi in it. That was the most
That's
chaotic.
the hog. Yeah, that was fucking that was that episode broke me. I was
That
so
was
pissed after that
hilarious to
episode.
see in person. Like you just had to be there.
God, it was horrible.
I can't
Back
believe
whenever-
that I listened to that episode and still decided to come on this show.
Yeah, I can't
Oh.
believe I listened to like it from the beginning and was like, "These
You
guys
guys
seem
listened to
cool."
that episode? Holy shit!
No,
That episode was a
I've-
train wreck.
Up until I came on the show, I listened to every single one.
God
You don't
bless.
start stuff in the beginning.
I mean, I'm just surprised that wasn't the episode that was like, shit.
I remember like I used to, so I would put the show on and I would sit in a bubble bath and like wait till the show was over before I get out of the bubble bath. Sitting in a bubble bath, hearing the K slur just out of fucking nowhere, and
All the
kind of
candles
popping
go
up
out.
popping up out of the bubbles. Like, what the fuck just?
Yeah, I want to go back and listen. I want to go back and listen to that episode because that was someone's first. That was another host's first ex-host's first episode.
The not
Oh, my-
happy to run into at Walmart host.
Oh my God. Oh, Jesus, that episode was horrible.
We done ran through some hosts on here.
I don't talk to 3 out of 4 of those people that were on that episode.
You know, this is the longest running like full cast that you've had now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
I feel like that might be true.
I think so. Yeah.
So that's it. You're stuck now. You're stuck with this cast.
We're making it to at least 100 episodes.
Yeah.
What are we at now?
80. We're gonna hit it this year. Oh, I just hit the
I
count.
love how you said the bar low. Then that's like 20.
To those who started around episode 60, you know, there was a time when you would pay for Patreon and you would actually get stuff. I wrote 3
80,
cookbooks.
we're on
and I'm
86. We're on 86 episodes.
I remember when I bought that stupid shirt with the coroner stuff on it, and then Nelson started giving them away for free, like the week after.
Okay, first off, I didn't give
You
them
only
done. My
$25
wife keeps threatening
They were-
to wear that out
they
in
were
public. And I'm
20
like, please don't.
It was $20 a month for the Patreon, but then it ended up fucking up. After the only person that ever got it to work right was Kat, and then after they did it, like it never worked for anyone. So I like ended the $20 stream. So it wasn't free.
You should give Kat their
Mark.
money back.
They got the shirt.
You know, I was a $20 patron until it was taken down. I have put
God,
money
She was
into this. I'm
silenced.
still a patron.
God,
I have been a
froze.
patron since I think. Fuck it, I'm not finishing the thought.
Nelson silencing people for criticizing the podcast.
He will not stand for this coup.
No, I love looking at like I'll get on the Patreon. I'll see like it gives me the new ads and the people who've deleted it. Like how long they were Patreon subscribers. I'm just like, how the fuck were you around here for that long?
Uh-oh.
Then what gets me the most is the people that delete it after I know they were someone that I had to like track down to fucking get like give them their rewards and shit, the CDs and the stickers and whatnot, and then they have the audacity to unsubscribe. You
I
bastard!
wonder if anybody's still here from the Facebook group.
Yeah, Kai was in the
Thank-
Facebook group.
I joined it
Thank you,
after y'all
Kat.
talked about it,
I-
but there was like no.
I was the queen of the Facebook group when it first started.
Yeah,
I was the head bully with all of the female and femme fans, all
Oh my
like me,
God.
because I was a guest before I was a host. So they were like, "Oh, she was the one who was a guest." So I was like the queen of the femmes in the Facebook group, and then it fucking died. And then like I became a host, and I'm like, I have no time to deal with this.
I don't think I wonder if like anyone even posts in their Facebook group anymore.
No,
I forgot
no.
the Discord. Yeah,
It has been dead. The Discord is almost dead.
I know, right? It's fucking great.
Yeah, I literally only go into the Discord when somebody aggravates somebody so I can just bully people. And I get mad firing up
You know-
Discord because like my caveman brain just looks at it like, what is this?
And the thing is, hold on, hold on, let me look up real quick. I think our like downloads and everything are still like going strong. People are still somehow fucking for some reason listening to the podcast. Oh my god. What are we at?
We're all just old and tired and can't be bothered to advertise anymore. All the stuff that's like, oh yeah, you could have stuff, you could have content, you could have like
Yeah, oh my god.
discussions, we can have like our own groups and everything. We just can't be fucking asked to do it anymore.
I got so tired of going on Facebook and just arguing with people in the comments. I'm just
Yeah, somebody who used to be
Yeah.
associated with the show used to be like, if we got into a fight with somebody on the Facebook, and I'd be like, just block them, just ban them. He'd be like, no, you can't ban them yet. I want to go like torture them. And then when I go see what he said, it'd be like almost nothing. Like you were not the
Well,
five
actually,
brain galaxy brain who's on here torturing people who are saying bullshit on the Facebook. No, you just went on there and said like 2 comments, and
It, like,
this is
didn't
why
make
I
any
didn't ban
sense.
them.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you know what's funnier?
Yeah.
When someone's trying to argue with you and you block them.
I know, right?
Just cut them
It's
off.
the
They won't get to
best.
finish.
Yeah, I'll
I
be
did
like,
that to somebody one time when they were typing a message to me. I just blocked them right in the middle of it and didn't let her send it. Felt great.
yeah. Only thing, we need somebody with another good Joe Biden. We need somebody to work. It is somebody on this to get a good Joe.
Why don't
Biden
we just bring Joe
impression.
Biden on the podcast?
Sure, try it.
We can't do that anymore.
No, I mean, like, we
Yes,
actually get Joe Biden.
I mean,
There,
we can
Jack.
email him
Listen there, Jack.
when he starts
Yeah.
losing the next election.
Call the podcast there, Jack. How was this? Anyway, we can hold off for like another 4 minutes so we get a solid 2 hours.
Yeah, I don't have to work I don't have to work tomorrow since I don't have my car. So
Damn.
Oh, sweet Mac.
yeah, love it here.
What happened to your car?
Oh, one of my coils went out in my engine, so my cylinder's misfiring.
Coil?
And-
What is it? Fucking? Is it like Tesla powered?
No, it's a Nissan, so it's made out of styrofoam and sheet metal.
So, Mark, actually, the funny thing is, like, someone with the exact same car as yours, like, broke down on the side of the road on the way to work and like abandoned it, and
It was me.
just like pop out the fucking coils.
No, you gotta take the air intake
Yeah,
off
you
of
take
it.
everything off.
You gotta like unbox it.
Car trouble's one of the worst feelings ever.
Fucking ignition coils.
Yeah, it's gonna
Like
be
something just-
$600.
Something feels funny, then something starts fucking up.
Like $400 of that is literally labor because I looked up the parts and it's the coils, like a 4-pack of coils, like $100.
Yeah, he seems like a good dude though. He was wearing a camouflage hat and he was nice to me. Talked
Is
to me
it-
like a person.
I said, hell yeah, brother. You said, hell yeah, brother.
Yep, and we came to an understanding.
Did you give each other the nod?
No, I told him how those big city people in Atlanta tricked me into buying parts I didn't need.
Oh my God, you actually say that?
Well, not like that, but not like I'm like some kind of like cowboy.
You should have said it like that. Them
I
big
got
city
this
folks
here.
there in Atlanta.
Coil from a carpetbagger down in AutoZone.
In Atlanta.
Yeah,
You know, them Yankees moving down here like Sherman. Atlanta's ruining the state.
Atlanta, they should call it New York.
They should call it boo.
go on, Nelson.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Go on.
say it, Mark.
No, I don't know what you were gonna say because you beeped it out. Go
I was
ahead.
gonna call it the varsity.
They're moving out to Rome.
Are they really?
Yeah,
Does
they're
anyone
in the
even-
about
worst
that when
spot.
we were there.
I mean, yeah, but like I have like does anyone even eat at the varsity? It's never
No.
open.
It's just tourists because they think they have to. It's always open. There's just nobody there.
That's wild.
It sucks. It's just going to create a traffic jam. And then a bunch of people from Ohio are going to be like, "Oh, where's the varsity? Oh, it's here now. It's closer to Ohio, so it's easier to get to."
Ohio. Is Ohio real though?
We're not going to start that. That's like the birds aren't real.
I saw a meme
It's
that
funny,
said
though.
that said Elden Ring takes place in Ohio. I don't really understand it, but it's funny.
All right, I'm gonna cut it off right at 2 hours. So someone needs to start talking. I can cut them off in like 10 seconds.
This is the real thing about the vaccine.
Tyler,
You got
say
it?
it quick.
The vaccine